Former Rivers State Governor Chibuike Amaechi has resigned from All Progressive Congress, describing it as a party that now represents failure, pain, and anguish. In his resignation letter dated July 1, 2025, and addressed to the party chairman in his local ward, Amaechi cited the APC's loss of direction and lack of empathy for Nigerians. Amaechi explained that after extensive consultations, he concluded that the party no longer embodies the ideals that inspired its formation. He emphasized the need to align with patriotic Nigerians committed to rescuing the nation from the hardship the APC now symbolizes. The former Minister of Transportation is among the key figures in a new opposition coalition aimed at unseating President Bola Tinubu's administration in the 2027 general elections, signaling a shift in Nigeria's evolving political landscape. Nze, what is your position on Amaechi's resignation from APC and, his description of the party?
Yeah, Amaechi is my man, is my friend. I love him as a person, but in his political ideologies, I seem not to work in tandem with. It seemed not to work in tandem with mine. If it is now in 2025, 10 years after that, Amaechi's eye came to open to see that APC is a party of pain, anguish, and what again? There was these three words he used. If it is after 10 years that his eye came to open, I would think that he did not represent actually the feelings of Nigerians. Rather, he borrowed this feeling from people he's looking at down there to stand by it. Otherwise, he would have told us that APC didn't accommodate me. Let me go to where I am accommodated.
Or his interests is being served.
Yes, now that's the accommodation we're talking about, because we saw that after he lost in the 2022 primary election, APC presidential primary election, he went into oblivion. Though some people would say that he went back to school, which is okay by me, and all that, but those that followed him in Rivers State missed him a lot.
Who did he work for in Rivers State in the 2023 elections, the 2023 general elections?
2023 general election.
Who did Amaechi work for?
See, there was this anti-party that they played. It is up to them. They played that anti-party. It came from PDP. It came from APC. But however, that is not my interest.
I have a reason for asking.
Yes, yeah. I didn't want to go into it. So my interest is why now that Amaechi was not brought into the leadership of APC at the federal, that he is now shouting. Why is it now that the leadership of APC had left his hand from Emeka Beke, that a faction that is loyal to him? You see that Nation Nana is recognizing Tony Okocha. So it is now that he has come to know that APC is a party of pain and anguish.
So now where is Emeka Beke going to stand in the grand
that is that to me. I believe that if actually he want to show leadership, though he mentioned in the news that in his statement that he had consulted, I believe that he must have consulted these people, Emeka Beke, Darlington Wunju, and the rest of the people, even Chizi, who is there with, and all that. So he must have consulted with them, and they have agreed to move to the next place. However, that new place they want to go, I know that once Amaechi comes in, he assumes the leader of coalition in the South-South. He assumes the leader of ADC in the South-South based on his position at the coalition group and all that. So, but to me, if it is now that Amaechi has come to know that the party he brought us into, because I will say that Amaechi played a key role in bringing APC to power.
But he didn't bring you. You were of the Labour Party at that time.
Hold on, I don't need to be there
to know your first.
Am I not a Nigerian? So he brought Nigerians when Amaechi was when he was contesting for when he was fronting Dakuku Peter side. I was with Dakuku. I supported Dakuku.
Even though you were in Labour Party.
I'm telling you.
That's anti-party.
Hold on. Before you attack me, I'm not a Labour official. I am just a strong man in Labour, but I'm not a Labour official. But however, I support people based on their principle.
So you can't blame anybody for anti-party then?
Because have you ever seen me?
Because you said, no, I'm putting you here. You said here that in 2023
they all played anti-party.
Right.
Have you ever seen me support maybe judge anybody or condemn anybody for playing anti-party? See, anti-party is necessary in Nigeria because political parties are failing. Anti-party is necessary in Nigeria because political parties are failing.
You said that, you made that statement twice.
I have to emphasize on it.
Emphasize.
So now let me come
to very well. I wanted you to own up to it. I wanted you to be sure that you know what you just said.
Anti-party, Laurentia. I didn't start advocating for anti-party today.
Oh.
Hear me.
Anti-party activities.
Anti-party activities. I didn't start advocating it today.
So you are
in 2015 election, I told people, choose the right man irrespective of your political affiliation.
Right.
In 2023, I advised people, and we saw a lot of PDP, a lot of APC voting Labour Party candidates.
Right.
So if I have advocated that, why should I come suddenly on the way because another person played it and condemned it? Because the reason is this: we are Nigerians. It is possible that this political party might not give my candidate a platform to run, and he moves to another political party. Yes, in my political party he is not running, but he's not in another political party. And since this voting is secret, that I have to go into the polling booth and cast my vote, when I go there, I will cast for him.
All right, very well.
So coming to what Amaechi did, I think that Amaechi is realizing it late. But anyway, it is a politics he's playing, but he's still my man. I work with. To me, there are very many things Amaechi is good at.
All right,
that I will still support tomorrow. If by chance they give him the presidential ticket,
all right,
we'll think of whether to support him by the time we see his manifesto, because it is his manifesto now that will prove whether we support him or not. But as we speak now, I don't belong to any political party.
You've resigned from Labour Party.
I told you last time.
I wanted to say it on national television.
Yes, I'm not hiding about
You've resigned.
I am no longer in the Labour. I'm not in APC. I'm not in PDP. I'm not in SDP. I'm not in any.
So probably you'll be waiting for Amaechi to consolidate ADC.
No, if Amaechi convinces me,
you join ADC.
Yeah.
All right. Very well.
If P2B convinces me, either in any political party that he might, other Labour, whichever, I will still return. But if he does not, anybody that convinces me that he will give Nigerians good governance, right, I'll stand with that person.
All right, Chizi, what do you make of this story?
Well, let me say this. Let me start by excusing his fundamental human right to association. He has a right to belong to wherever he wanted to belong. Of course, you know that I followed Amaechi to APC, whether I like it or yes, and I knew that. But my problem is when our leaders wants to leave a particular place, and then they need to paint it black for them to move. Is what I don't understand. The same word that Amaechi is saying to APC is what Amaechi told us in PDP. The same word.
Failure.
Pain. Atiku called PDP people deceiving people. And then in the other election went back to the same PDP to deceive us and became the candidate of the PDP. And then in 2023 he came and became the candidate of the PDP. Today he knows that he cannot find out, he cannot become the candidate of the PDP. He has gone to couple another coalition that they now call ADC, to come. And again, this is not a coalition. When people say coalition, there's a marked difference between what happened in the APC and what is happening today. The APC was about 5 political parties coming together, bringing, that's coalition. These are individuals coming to merge and come together and say it's coalition. If you say coalition, that means that APC should have gone to the ADC, and this one, they will now, all the parties will come together and then form a political party. Isn't what coalition should be? But again, let me say this. In 2019, when we lost out not having candidate, we brought in somebody from AAC. I mean the APC. Amaechi brought in somebody from AAC, and that was the person we were going to vote for. In 2023, Amaechi worked for the PDP that he told us was not good. So it looks to me, if you analyze it, it's my boss. Lorisha, I say you put me in trouble because people would no longer accept me. Because I would not like to hear. They said he consulted. I was wondering yesterday, he said I have consulted, and I'm asking, I am from Ikwere local government. I mobilized more than 50,000 persons to APC. And I've not heard about the consultation. I've not been called for any meeting. I wonder when you consulted before. I know for 2 good years we have not seen our leader. In fact, today is the first time we're going to see him.
Okay, I'm going to see him today.
I'm not going to see him because he's going to come to River State. I wouldn't see him. Larissa, I've grown. Whether you like it or yes, I can't just go to a place where we have not discussed. I want to know because I want to ask you certain questions. You told us these things about the PDP. Today you came back. And then in 2023, you worked. That's the problem I had with them. I said, I'm not going to work with him. We worked with Atiku. Today again, you are now bringing the Atiku, the Rufai. In fact, part of his pains of even leaving the APC was that people like Rufai ditched him and worked against him in the APC of becoming the president candidate. The same Rufai is coming. And why are they coming? Rufai was not giving the minister, he was not giving the ticket. Atiku, though he didn't win, so they are all coming together. For me, we need to ask ourselves fundamental questions.
Coalition of disgruntled
people. Now, let me tell you something. We need to ask ourselves certain questions. That APC, this party of pain, just happened in these 2 years. Just these 2 years. And what was it? Amaechi was minister for 8 years. Madam Rufai was governor for 8 years. And there was nothing wrong. In fact,
all under APC.
All under APC. And it was that same APC that Buhari, that the first time Nigeria used 2 currency. First time in life that in history we're using 2 currency. First time in history where you need to suffer to make money and then suffer again to buy the money.
To spend the money.
And he was in that same party. Never said anything.
And it was not painful.
It was not painful then. We were dying in pains. We were the followers. And that after the presidential primaries, some of us didn't know where to go again. We couldn't go at the level I had played. I mean, I ran as APC chairman. At the level I had played, I don't know where to go in that election. I was like, you don't know where to go. You don't know where you're going to walk. We were there. You remember it was 1 month, 2 months, 3 months before we can hijack the APC that we had. We didn't know what to do. The man wasn't going to do anything for us. He wasn't going to do. So if I begin to look at this, I want to say it. I mean, you know one thing about us. I have kept quiet, not saying these things, and then I know that they are not also not encouraging me because they feel that, oh, maybe this guy is intelligent or this guy will have to, he's independent minded, he will have to say what he wants to say. And then you are dodging, okay, don't say this, don't say that. What was the problem between Amaechi and Jonathan? The problem, people can say anything, I'm saying it here. The problem between Amaechi and Jonathan was that Amaechi, remember, that Jonathan was vice president before Amaechi came in. Jonathan helped him. Jonathan was vice president before Amaechi came in. That all of a sudden, Amaechi went and merged with Saraki, that was the chairman of governors. And no wonder Saraki was the person Amaechi gave that Elepramo road. I'm saying it here on air. And that Elepramo road was for Saraki to hand him over the chairman of the governors forum. And it was Saraki and Amaechi that brought in Jiga. All of those things through Yaradua, because they now went and became Yaradua family persons. And what was it? That upon the death of Yaradua, all of a sudden, God came in. It's unfortunate that we lost Yaradua. Very unfortunate. But Amaechi was the greatest sin of Jonathan was that Yaradua died. And then Jonathan became president. Because if not, those governors were made it very impossible for Jonathan to become president. And as soon as Jonathan became president, look at what was happening. Jonathan now has quashed the ambition of Amaechi of becoming president after being governor. That's just it. And so Jonathan must be removed and he has to fight tooth and nail to make sure that he becomes the president. And so as soon as he fought Jonathan, funded Buhari, did everything for Buhari. He was a prime minister. He wasn't just a minister. He was a super prime minister. He appointed anybody in his board. And then thinking that Buhari, before the primaries, just a month to the primaries, they have renovated his house with ambulances, armored vehicles, that he was going to be the candidate of the party. So when he didn't become the candidate of the party, that party failed again. Because the candidate was come here.
Ambition.
Ambition. It's just ambition. Meanwhile, you are not going to accept
a vice president Atiku, because you know an Atiku in ADC cannot allow you to become president candidate. It's not possible. How? Atiku left PDP because he wasn't going to be candidate of the PDP again. Because the younger elements in the PDP are beginning to think. Let me shock Nigeria. You are looking at PDP at going down. That's a lie. A complete lie. You know what is happening? All of those wealthy people who are bringing pressure on PDP are leaving.
So a new PDP is coming up.
PDP, imagine. And this PDP are being held by people like Fintri, those young governors who are just concluding. They will form themselves, whether they succeed today, but 2031, be sure PDP will emerge. These same people will come back to PDP when they lose.
All right.
And you know what they did immediately? To tell you what is the difference between what they are even doing now and what they did in APC and PDP. What are the difference? All of a sudden, people are just, Amaechi just resigned yesterday or the president, isn't it? But last week, they are already taking up ADC ticket, APC constitution, to say Obi is not qualified to run in APC because he's still in the Labour Party. Meanwhile, Amaechi was still in APC before he resigned. All of those other people were still in APC.
As soon as Atiku resigned, this law came up.
The law came up on Obi. Why? Why? Meanwhile, Amaechi just resigned. We saw it now. Amaechi just resigned. People are just resigning. So why didn't they say all of those who has not resigned? They mentioned Obi. You know why? They are still frustrating him.
Yeah.
Out of that, I have not seen a new face.
From what I'm seeing here, the Amaechi's resignation is backdated to July 1.
But it was not presented now. When was it presented?
From what I'm seeing,
when was it presented?
It was backdated to July 1, but it made the news yesterday.
Please,
but then,
please tell me also when they adopted the ADC.
Okay.
Well,
when did they adopt
was ADC adopted as at July 1?
That is conversation.
No, I want to say this. Because you see,
sometimes they play, but in their intelligence, they are not as smart as they ought to be.
I am looking for a new face.
All right.
If I don't see a new face, then I support the one that is there, because they told me that Jonathan was not good, and today we are regretting Jonathan. I am supporting. There must be a reason why. It is all about their interests. That is what is happening.
All right.
And then you expect me today to just go and welcome Amaechi and say, "Oh, okay, you're welcome." I want to go to him and ask you questions.
All right.
I mean, what is that now?